Jones and Tony sitting home in quarantine. They're having lots of fun because they're in it #1. It's a show like nothing else you've ever seen. Three's Company. They come to you from Andy's every Wednesday night. And there's nothing you can see that's as funny. It's free. Like the girls and guy who are Three's Company.
Welcome. You're looking live at Three's Comedy Radio Show. I'm Mandy Jones, and I'm next to
Bonnie Scalisi.
And we are bringing back smiles.
We're unmasked.
We unveiled our ugly mugs. Thank you, Robin DeVito, for referring to our faces as ugly mugs.
Right, unveiling the ugly mugs, she said.
So that's what we're really doing tonight. So, how's everyone doing? Bonnie, you want to tell them what we're up to tonight, or just what we're up to tomorrow? We got so much going on.
There's a lot going on. Let's see. We're going to both be on Quarantine Live on Friday. I'm going to be on at 2 o'clock with my boys. I'm trying to teach them to wear a mask. So, where do you get the comments on here? Okay,
there we go. Robin DeVito's already watching.
Hey, Robin and Bruno, how are you? So I'm going to try to get the boys to wear their masks tomorrow, Friday. And you and Glenn are going to be on Friday night at 8. So we'll be double quarantine.
Yes.
From Three's Company.
Yeah, so that'll be good because honestly, even Glenn, my husband, who's an adult, is talking about how he's having issues with wearing the mask 10 hours a day. You know, you're saying your son's with sensory issues and stuff. It's uncomfortable. I actually saw some nurses, they had headbands, they put buttons on it so that the thing is stuck to your headband buttons instead of your ears all day.
Oh, yeah, because that's...
So, all little, ideas to, try to make it more comfortable. But Bonnie and I, as you guys know, make out when she gets here. So we thought it'd be safe to, We've
already been exposed to each other.
Yeah, and honestly, Bonnie's retired, so she doesn't see anybody, and I work remote. So honestly, we don't contact other human beings. So that's why we felt like we had to bring our smiles back to you guys. It's our 50th episode.
And speaking of that, I have a little something for you.
Oh, God, now you're going to embarrass me because I don't have anything for you.
You know why you deserve something? Because you are the only member of Three's Company, past and present, who has been to every single one.
Wow. Well, it's not fun. It wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have had this show without you and Jim Raya. Bonnie Scalisi and Jim Raya wanted to do a Govs radio show, and they were nice enough to think of me to be their younger, more obscene demographic. Their Trump supporters are like, she's a liberal, right? And I'm like, I'm a Martian, I actually even messaged Jim today that we were going maskless because Jim still supports us.
Jim is actually watching.
Oh, hey, now. Jim, we love you. I
was saying that, I missed one episode because I wanted to get something in
Atlantic
City from my boyfriend. So I did miss one episode, but Mandy has not missed any episodes. So I have a little something for you.
Thank you.
I'm going to open it up.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, I think I might be drinking out of a new glass. Guys, this is awesome. I love it.
You deserve it.
It's saying we're a great match forever. It's a girl's best friend. Wine glass, guys. I love it, Bonnie. I'm gonna hug you.
Oh, I love her.
You.
Mandy's my favorite, and that's what the glass says.
I love it.
Favorite person, best friends.
I love it.
And it's very elegant and classy, like Mandy.
I'm gonna have to rip this open when I have a tool because this is a nice
packaging. It's kind of like
it's like this is like commemorative packaging.
We'll show it next week.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, I'll definitely be drinking out of that next
50
week.
50 shows.
50 episodes.
50
episodes, guys. So we had Jim Raya as our initial third member of Three's Company.
And Jim, I have to give Jim credit because Jim is the one who suggested you to me.
Yeah, you were like,
I'm the one that got this show from Eric from Knock 'Em Dead. He's the one. That group got me the show.
You got the
lead.
And
then I was going to have Jim and John Alvaro on, but John couldn't do it. So Jim suggested you.
Yeah,
and that's how. And
so really, it's John's baby because John had a baby, and
right,
that's why he didn't do it.
Right.
So John's baby is really the reason I'm here, guys.
Yes.
And now we have Tony, who's sick. Well, he's not sick. He's pandemicked. He's home. He's quarantined. He's an essential worker, and he can't afford to get sick. Bonnie and I, on the other hand, are not essential human beings.
Yeah, I'm retired, and she works from home.
I'm remotely essential.
So I'm just going to read a couple of the people that are tuning in already. Of course, Robin DeVito and Bruno, who we love.
Yep, number one.
Heather.
Yes, hey Heather.
Felix. Oh, I loved Felix was making cannolis on his show. And I tuned in late because I actually was I overslept. And he made some mean cannoli. And they looked amazing.
Yeah, they were like Italian flag cannolis, right?
Yeah, they were awesome.
Those look cool.
And Robin, I stand corrected. I told Mandy, you said we're going to unveil our ugly mugs, but she said our beautiful mugs. So I stand corrected. See, that's how I get in trouble. I
think you just edited it. I think she just thought that's how self-conscious Bonnie is. She just hears, she sees beautiful and reads ugly.
I know. I get a lot of things mixed up. Joan Koopy Asher is watching. How are you?
Joan.
She's saying hi. Ed, I don't want to butcher your name. Ed Swarbinsky is watching. Ed is really funny.
Ed, we're bringing smiles back. I know Ed's like Bonnie's queen, but no offense. He didn't say no offense, Michael. He said no. I forget what he said.
He's not trying to hit on me.
Yeah, he's not trying to take your girl.
Ed is saying, oh my God, the two hot broads have faces. Yes. Take it all in.
No, bask in it.
Benny is watching. I love Benny.
I probably have lipstick all over my teeth because that's what I do.
I would tell you if I take a look at it. No, you're good.
Benny Rizzuti. Benny's been participating in. I put up the other day that I will not let music. I'm not going to have a bad day. I'm going to pep it up with music. I said if you post a song, I'll reply with
I saw that. And me and Robin didn't know what you were talking about.
I know. Robin got it onto my wall and goes, please put this in the goddamn thread before I have a fucking meltdown. And so I threw her song in the thread. But Benny's been participating, Benny Rizzuti, the Gagoots.
Yeah, the Gagoots, yes. So Jim Ray is saying he only missed 7 or 8, and he's saying he told me you would be a star. Obviously, I agreed because I said yes.
Jim.
Hi, Joe Cavera. How are you? Greg DeFlippo, all the way from Florida. How are you doing?
Greg.
How is Florida doing, Greg? Oh, my boyfriend is watching, Michael Steven Spielberg. He goes, take it off, ladies, take it off.
Oh, you don't know, Michael. It's just the beginning. Well, I had said to Glenn that, I told Jim that we were going to be maskless, and I said, I might just have to stick my tongue down Bonnie's throat.
I screenshot that and put it on my page.
And Glenn goes, you're a weirdo talking about masks and kissing people. I'm just really so, I feel like we've been doing, do you recognize me more like this, Bonnie? Should I be doing like this? Does this make you feel more comfortable?
There's somebody, wait, oops, I screwed up. I just wrote hi, Mook.
Hi, Mook.
Yeah, it's easier to type without the things.
Without
Larry Arts, hello. Larry is watching, and Michael Fitz is watching. I was trying to say hi to Michael. I'm assuming he's one of my Trump people, but I'm not sure. Janelle Jones is saying she loves your eyeshadow.
Oh, that's my sister,
beautiful.
Janelle.
Larry Arts is watching. So today, Greg goes, fuck Florida.
I know.
Well, why don't you come back to New York if you feel that way?
We're gonna.
Oh, Bruno's saying he forgot how sexy and beautiful you two are.
Oh,
we love you, Bruno. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So, our thing today is getting in trouble. Times that we've gotten in trouble. And we want to know times that you have gotten in trouble. But as always, can you keep it to a concise paragraph and not write a frickin' essay? Robin sent one to my messenger. I'm like, give it to Mandy because I can't do 2 things at one time. It's too hard for me.
You say that, but then you watch Bonnie's Quarantine Live Friday at 2 o'clock, and she's literally juggling. She's got the kids going. She's frying pancakes. She's got everything going on at once. So
that's
she's
because
a liar.
It's not technology. I can't do anything with technology.
It's true. You're a kindergarten teacher.
So a lot more people are tuning in, so I'm going to repeat that. This Friday is I'm Quarantine Life at 2 o'clock from Gov's Radio. And Mandy's Quarantine Life at her regular time at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
And I don't know how to do the technology, so I'm just doing Facebook Live. and then Tony Walker's kind enough to share it to the governor's page after. So if you're around on Friday, you have nothing to do, you want to watch me with my 2 autistic sons trying to get them to tolerate that friggin' mask so I can take them into a store. Because I'm not allowed to take them into a store.
Now that me and you were talking about this, honestly, though, I'm making a note to myself. I'm going to look on Pinterest later because, like, my little brother, my one little brother, he hated loud noises, and he would wear when you're mowing the lawn, he would wear those. My little brother was like, "Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Like I'd rather look like I don't give, So there are little options, maybe some things. And so I had posted that it was going to be things my mother told me / things I've gotten in trouble for. So I actually wrote some things that. We'll start with my grandma. Can I go first?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so my grandmother...
I was actually very good, and I haven't gotten in trouble, honestly, too many times, so I don't have a lot of stories.
I know.
Whenever I did get in trouble, I get caught. So I don't do things that get me in trouble anymore.
It's like why I don't gamble, because I don't win.
Yeah, so go ahead. I want to hear about your...
Oh, but real quick, tomorrow, Bonnie and I are going to be on the Dan Romano show. It's a birthday roast. So go to me and Bonnie's page. That's from like 9 to 10:30. It's going to be me, Bonnie, Darren, Dylan, a bunch of comedians are going to come and sit separately on the couch. Roast stand, get in, get out.
We are going to wear masks, though.
We are, exactly. We don't stick our.
But I got some great jokes already.
Yeah, but we're gonna. We got some. Bonnie showed me her stuff already. I was cracking up. So we're gonna have fun tomorrow. So that's Dan Romano's birthday roast that we will remind you about at the end of the show again later. But let's start with my Noni. So Noni is my mom's mom.
Mm-hmm. And your cousin has a story. So
all right. Then
Heather will read yours right after.
So growing up, just false information. But they referred to a penis as a duper. and a vagina, because they were too Catholic and didn't want to say vagina, was a wee spot.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So yeah, that's and basically my mom's one of 10, and like my grandmother gave my oldest aunt a book about getting your period, and then the other ones just taught there was no.
Oh yeah,
there was
back
nothing
in my
about,
day. Nobody said anything about
Mom's
anything.
the word.
Yeah, you had to figure it out by yourself. And there was in 6th grade there was a film. That's it. Otherwise, everything else you learned on your own.
All right, Heather had a story she got in
trouble.
trouble.
I'm sorry, that was the story? But that's not, what does that have to do with getting in trouble?
Well, I was saying things my mother told me. So that just
okay.
I'm sorry. Those are just lingo.
I just spazzed
out. What's the point?
Okay, so Heather
that was it.
Heather is saying her first story of being in trouble is she was around 10 or 11, maybe younger, and she kept calling 911. My daughter is texting me now. Come on, Alexis. And when the cops showed up, her grandma sent me to her room until her mom came home from work. Heather, why did you call 911?
Prank?
Oh my God.
Heather pranking people.
Joan is saying Dan is excited to see it. Hi, Taz. Taz the desert. Taz the residential artist is watching. And Taz, I love that picture you did of me and Mandy with the mask.
Oh my God!
Now we don't have our masks
We did not
on
hold
anymore.
her at gunpoint. She did that at her own will after we repeatedly asked her to do that drawing. So we love you, Taz.
Yes.
We're forever indebted to you. Do you want to tell a story?
Yes.
You did to Heather's.
Okay, so my first story of getting in trouble was in I was in junior high, and I had a Spanish test. And I didn't study, and I wrote the answers on my hand.
That's how you do your
It was like a final. Yes, it was a final. It was like an important test.
Oh my God!
So I wrote the answers on my hand, and then
liar.
I kept my hand down on my leg, and the teacher comes over, and she's just standing in front of my desk, and I'm like, I start overheating, and then she goes, "Let me see your hand," and I got caught. And then, I'm telling you, it was the first time I ever cheated on the test, and I got caught.
So I never
cheated again.
Fun.
Glenn Cook is watching. Hi, Glenn Cook. How are you? Do you want to go?
Well, Robin had told me a story, and I'm not going to tell Robin's story just yet, but it, unrelated, reminded me of a story that's actually very funny. I was in maybe 10th grade, so what, you're like 16 years old, and my friend, she moved out of her apartment and into a new house, but her family still had like the keys to the old apartment. So like probably 8 girls, like 8 16-year-old girls went and in a circle smoked marijuana in the house, in the vacant house. So we thought we were fine. We went back to the house.
Uh-oh.
We went back to the house now where she's residing, where we're going to sleep over. And her parents locked the door on us. They noticed that we were gone, so they locked the door so that we would have to like call or knock to like get into the house.
Oh my God!
And
so you got caught.
So we got caught. And,
holy crap!
And Sarah's like, we weren't doing anything. And her dad just kept saying, "You're wrong, Sarah. You're wrong." So me and her to this day, that's the line.
Stick to your story.
You're wrong.
You know, like deny.
Yeah, she was like, we weren't doing anything.
So Robin's saying that she agrees with you that, because you, as a Catholic, we and you never refer to a boy's thing as anything.
Right,
That's the Catholic thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it's a Jewish thing. My parents just told me nothing. I just had to figure it all out on myself.
They were.
So Taz, the residential artist, says her mom taught us because she walked in on her changing her pad and legit thought she was dying. I was 3. Oh my God, you're talking about a period? The gross stories were last week.
And we are going to have like a second and third gross stories episode because Bonnie and I did not get through our list and everyone seemed to have a good reaction to that. That was supposed to be gross, but a lot of those stories were funny. Well, that's what we're finding out with these. Embarrassing. Yeah. We're like, oh, that's really just sad.
It's really fun. So, Greg DeFlippo is saying, unfortunately, I can't tell you my troubled stories because a lot of them, there is no statute of limitations.
I know. We'll do another one in 5 years, Greg.
And our buddy Jim Rhea is saying his brother Paul got in trouble for calling up on an Air Cablevision show, and he asked on live TV the teacher how big his dick was. The police showed up to his house. It was bad. Wow. Yeah, Jim's brother's kind of out there. He's like, Arnie Price is watching. Hi, Arnie. How are you? Andrew Pajanos, how are you? So I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay, here's another one. I'm starting like as my early ages and then going on. So I went to Syosset High School. I was like clean cut, never did anything wrong. I decided to cut gym one time because I didn't want to go swimming. They had a pool in Syosset High School, and I used to do my hair like Farrah Fawcett. The one frickin' time I cut, I got caught. So I never cut another class after that. Okay, so it's your. Oh, Andrew's saying the video keeps looping on me. I guess I'll leave and come back. People are saying it's looping.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to Three's Company right now on Boxcast. I'm gonna show it on. I'm gonna post it on Boxcast, guys, because
it's stalling. Oh shit.
Yeah, I think what's the problem is Facebook on Friday nights. There's so much traffic. What my husband was telling me, what they do on what the fuck is it called? On Instagram is they'll like say 3 big rappers want to do like live performances, or 5. They'll pick the 3 that have the most, and 2 of them, their live performances will get cut out.
Oh.
Where Facebook does everybody's live performances, but it's just like lags and bad. So it's through. We're also streaming through Boxcast right now, guys. So I am going to. She says now it went back with no sound. So I think it's a Facebook thing, guys. I'm going to. The show must go on. I'm going to share it through.
Raz is watching. Okay, so Lauren is telling a story. She's saying she got in trouble. It was 3rd grade, and she was seeking revenge on another girl in the bathroom by peeking over the stall. Oh, lo and behold, I had my brownie uniform sash, and it got stuck in the door on the way down, which left me hanging. Teacher had to come and get me. Oh, Lauren, you've been through a lot. Yeah, we're like frozen here.
Yeah, Bonnie, here. I just reshared it on the page here. I'm gonna share it.
Yeah, could you do it for my phone?
Here, watch.
Hold on 1 second there.
Yeah, guys. So, Jen's mentioning you in a comment.
Yes, Jen has been mentioning me in a comment for a while, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Tell another story while I'm getting this going.
Okay. Again, this is when I was in 6th grade. I was taking drum lessons as part of the 6th grade. You know, you go out. I was so happy to leave the class for whatever reason. I did my drum lesson. I came back in, and I was talking when I walked into the classroom, and this girl was reading. And I remember the teacher's name was Mrs. Frushtick. And she started screaming at me, and she's like, "So-and-so is reading, and you just kind of came in and interrupted her. Tell everybody in the class you're sorry for interrupting." So I said, "I'm sorry that I interrupted." Then she said, okay, now tell the girl who's reading that you're sorry that you interrupted. And I told the girl, "I'm sorry." So now I enter a room quietly. Now everybody's saying it's still frozen. Somebody's saying, Tom Dwyer's saying, they could do this show nude. It's so pixelated. We're frozen!
Well, guys, go to, if you can hear me, comment this. Go to mine and Bonnie's pages. We reshared it on the Boxcast link.
Go to Mandy.
Yeah, so you want the Boxcast link, guys.
Page 4. I have no idea what that means, but
yeah,
the Boxcast. Cast what?
Boxcast link. Okay. All right, guys. Hopefully,
Yeah, I'm watching us and we're frozen.
Yeah, it's definitely going though, because Glenn and I had this problem the other day, and we.
Can you guys text? Can you see us?
Yeah, let us know. And go.
Oh wait, Bruno was saying you're fine with the wrong guy if you did. What does that mean?
You're effing with the wrong guy if you did.
Go
to Mandy. I don't know.
I wrote that.
We missed something.
If we're still frozen, could you type in that we're frozen, or can you see us? Like,
all right,
right now we're frozen.
Yeah, I think it's fine on Boxcast, so it's a Facebook thing. So anyways, at the time my sister got in trouble with my mother, we were coming home from a play, and my sister kicked the dash and was like, "I hate this car," because it was like an old station wagon. And right as she said that, the muffler fell off my car.
Oh my god, like the car has a soul.
And my mom was like, "You see what you did? Like, see what you did?" You know, so that was pretty funny. What else you got?
I have stuff. I'm just so pissed at this.
It's fine. Just keep the show must go on. They'll have to watch it on Boxcast.
If you told me to watch it on Boxcast, I'd be like, "What the fuck is Boxcast?"
Well, you're a Boxcast. So you should know about it. It's just another platform, guys. It is free. If you go to YouTube,
but you can't comment on Boxcast.
No, so we will miss the comments, but that's all right. That's all right.
Bruno's saying works excellent from drinking Mandy Jones's page.
Okay.
So Bruno understands it. But if anybody that's on Facebook, are we still frozen? Do you just let us know? Okay. I have a story. Okay, so now I'm still in high school, and this is a Jewish thing. If you're Jewish, you'll really get this. So there's one holiday of the year that's very important. It's called Yom Kippur, and my mom was not that we were religious, but that holiday was like, if you're Catholic, it's like. You can go. It's like you go and you repent your sins every time you go to church. Jewish people just do it once a year on that holiday.
Stingy.
So, oh my god, I'm so mad. This is not working because it is so funny.
You gotta keep going.
Okay, so can you guys even hear us?
So the stingy Jews with their one holiday.
So anyway. The next thing that happened was my friend, Greg can see us.
Yeah, from Florida.
From Florida. Greg,
the one thing that works in Florida is fucking Facebook.
Because look, the rest, we're like frozen here.
I know, you gotta get over it, Bonnie.
I'm freaking out here. All right, so my story. Okay, so I was, my friend Mara, who was also Jewish, lived across the street.
Oh, Mara, the trouble.
Yeah, the troublemaker. She knocked on the door and she wanted to come out and play on Yom Kippur. And my mom said no. And I started pitching a fit. I started going, I want to go out. And I just was like,
throwing yourself.
I was having a meltdown. And for the first time ever, my mom slapped me across the face.
Man.
And goes, you're not going out on Yom Kippur. And I didn't go out.
I love that the holiday's so religious, it turned your mother violent. That's true. Now, is there any way we could, like, stop this whole thing and start it over? Yeah. Anybody got a DeLorean? Michael does! Michael, my boyfriend, owns a DeLorean! I swear to God, alright, that's it. He's not in the CIA, he's a fucking time traveler. That's where alright, it's all making sense now.
I've seen the DeLorean, I know it exists. It's true!
Oh my Lord.
Oh, Nancy's saying she can hear us fine. Nancy, can you see us? Kathy Sorrentino is watching. She still works as the secretary of the school that I once worked at for 32 years. I love you, Kathy. Ed is saying Shavuot is on my calendar on May 28th. Is that a Jewish thing? I don't know. So Tom Dwyer said, get over it, Bonnie. Can you see us? Can you see us? Lauren's saying everything froze on her end.
Yeah, go to Boxcast, Lauren. Listen to me, people.
Can you hear us? If you can't see us, can you hear us at least?
They can hear and see us on Boxcast.
But what about Facebook?
Enough. The world must go on.
All right, so it's your turn now.
All right. You guys remember the song, I Get Knocked?
Wait, Bruno's saying he can't find us on Boxcast. Send link Mandy Jones.
Oh, God. For the love of Christ.
But she can never come into the store again. And then, when I got home, my mother called my grandparents, and you would have thought I murdered somebody. I shoplifted a little cat toy. And this is why I never do anything wrong, because I always get caught.
Oh my God, you're probably like jingling when.
Well, you guys, even if you can't see us, can you type in your stories of when you got in trouble? Because I feel like I'm the only one who's unveiling my frickin' soul here. And I see the frozen picture of us. Tom Dwyer is saying, send pics to instant messenger. Mandy's pissing. She'll do that later. She's good at taking like screenshots of what's going on. Again,
I'll get you guys.
We will do that.
Oh my God.
So so we're frozen. You want to go next?
Yeah, we'll keep up with my sister. My sister was Susie High School. She was very involved in school. She was the not the class president, but the vice president. So it's like they have 4 or 5 kids. The vice president, the treasurer. Like during like Spirit Week and stuff, you guys get the different grades would actually compete. Like all the seniors would get like certain points, like how well your stuff was decorated, the percentage of people in pajamas. Like they would make it like really so that each grade would bond. So it got to the point where my sister was a senior, and now she's like, this is getting like aggressive. She drew. They did on the floor, like when there's a murder and there's like tape of like a body laid out. She wrote. They did that and put like it said like junior, like a junior was dead on the floor, and then she wrote really big on like a big piece of paper. She wrote, "Juniors are bastards."
Oh my God!
So the principal brought in the 5 kids, my sister, the president of the class, the treasurer.
And she was like one of the higher ups of like the etiquette and what's right.
And he brought them in to go. He goes, I don't know what's going on around here, guys, but it's getting really bad. I need you guys to set a good example. He goes, somebody wrote, "Junior's a bastard." Like he literally had like a meltdown, and my sister's like, okay, like, oh.
That's like a scene from Mean Girls where they made the Mean Girl book, and they all came in and they were like, no, like, yeah, I know about the book, but I really had nothing to do with the book.
Yeah.
Like, trying to deny it.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
All right, so Felix from Let's Eat Long Island, which is another great governor's show, he said at 13, he was with his friends who lived next to a Getty gas station, and we thought it would be funny to throw gravel up in the air onto the roof of the station and then run and hide. We would watch the mechanic from my friend's window come out to see where the stones were coming from. We did this for a week and laughed a lot. We finally got caught, and my friend's dad made us apologize. I knew there was something about you, Felix. Okay, so Greg DeFlippo, he does have a story. Okay, I knew it, Greg.
Something.
Greg, I know, Greg, you have plenty of stories. Wait, I did get in trouble once. I mentioned Teresa Farrow on Limo Talk, and Gina yelled at me and told me she's the manager of Ghost Radio and not to F with her. I guess you better be careful because she dictates... All right.
This is why we need to pre-read.
I have to pre-read this shit! Greg, no comment on that one. All right, so Taz, the residential artist, said, one of the times I went to the principal's office and two of my friends kept getting bullied, and I came and they came to her for help. So she knocked him down and had the two pals throw basketballs at him. Good for you, Taz. One of my pals kept hitting the bully and made him bleed. I was sent to the principal's because good for you, because I started it and I thought I was going to get expelled, but all my friends came and they couldn't expel us all. Real cool kid hours. Good for you, Taz.
Yeah,
because you stick up for your friends.
Vigilante.
And Nancy Weems is saying, true, out of art class for she was through out of art class for drawing?
I know, and she said drawing a middle finger.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I didn't get that. That's funny. Okay. Is it my turn or your turn?
You can go.
Guys, you can't see us? I'm like perseverating on this.
Perseverating. I like that.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there was, I got in trouble recently.
Yesterday.
2 months back. I'm going to be careful about this one. I was on a contest show, and I felt that I was humiliated on that show. Because I'm a real rule follower. I follow all the rules.
She only shoplifted.
I only shoplifted the one time when I got caught. I only cut class one time.
I only cheated once.
Right. So I felt like these, like there were some rules in this contest, and I followed the rules the way they were set up, and then I was called basically a cheater, and I was humiliated on that show. And so what happened was I was like a deer in the headlights during the show, and I didn't say anything when it was going on. But I was really upset. The next day, I saw the person in charge of the show on another show, and I called up that show, and I went to town on them and went crazy. And then I really went. I all the anger that I held in from the night before when I was on the show came out, and I knew that was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I wasn't wrong in anything I said, but I was wrong for saying it on air on another, a podcast that's a, part of my podcast. So my boyfriend and I had our first fight over that, and he goes, you know what? You were right about everything, but you just blew it by what you just did.
Yep.
Because any credibility you had, and you had everything that you said was 100% correct, and the minute you went on someone else's broadcast and started wailing on them in a public forum, I can't do anything for you.
Yep.
And he was really mad at me. And he, this is our
I love Michael. He's like the tough love.
Oh, yeah. So then, I'm looking at him, and I'd never seen him this angry before. And he grabbed me, and he pulled down my pants and my underwear, and he just started giving me a bare bottom spanking. And spanking me and spanking me and spanking me.
This is not the sexy pants.
No, I'm saying I got caught, and then
you got off.
And then it got really hot. Like I was really pissed at first, and then it turned into hotness.
But that's why Bonnie doesn't publicly bash anybody anymore, even though she did orgasm after it.
Absolutely. All right, so Taz, I told that one. Okay. So Nancy Weems is saying, writing on the bathroom wall got out a signature autograph, LOL. So you got caught writing on the bathroom wall, Nancy?
Oh my
And
God.
Benjamin Archer is tuning in. Hi, Benjamin. Usually you can see us moving and everything. I'm sorry that there's something wrong with the feed. But keep typing in your stories about when you got in trouble because, like I said, I learned from that. I learned not to go on a live television broadcast and fucking like say, basically, I went into my like I'm gonna kill you mode and let everything
saw
loose.
red. That's what I
saw red.
I see red.
Yeah, and I learned that that doesn't accomplish anything.
Right.
But it felt really good at the time. Just saying.
Right. Where it's really hard, honestly. For there's even been a couple of times I've been in the public eye as a comedian and trying to be someone who puts my life out in the forefront for like the last 2 years, and there's a couple of times where I'm like, I'm gonna step back and I'm not gonna bring that to stage. I'm not gonna bring that to light because you get pigeonholed, or you can do,
Absolutely. You are political correct in every way. I
try to be a diplomat. I try to be a diplomat because the thing
you do the smart thing.
I run my mouth, but I try to not say stuff when I don't have the.
You're smart.
It's a test. It really is. Like we're going on Dan's show tomorrow. Some people would say, "Oh, but isn't that a different network?" No, I'm bringing other viewers to this network. I don't have an issue.
We're stealing your viewers.
Yeah, it actually is what we're doing. No, but I don't have a problem. I could still be civil with a man that I met before Governors. We worked together at Governors, and now he's on a different network, and we're still friends. And it just shows a level of professionalism.
Yeah, I'm not professional.
No, but you are, because you get, not anymore because of the
I'm babyish. I'm babyish, and I'm very sensitive. And I have certain things that, like, are my triggers. And basically, one of my triggers, there's two. Somebody lying to me, that's a trigger for me. And somebody who is, I'm a rule follower. So if you say to me, you're a cheater, when I know I'm not a cheater, that sets me off.
Right.
And, like, I feel like my whole life I was silent and I never defended myself. I just took it. Now I'm going too much the other way.
Right.
And I just am like, you want to, like, there's very few things. I love most people, but if you come after me, I'm going to come right back after you. That's not a good thing to do. That's not the politically correct thing to do. I should just say, who the F cares what you say?
Yeah.
Your comment means nothing. And I'm trying, and through therapy, I'm trying to be more like that. But I'm very sensitive, and I act with my emotions.
Right. Well, that's how I am. I mean, we're comedians, we're clowns, we feel everything. You see us being completely silly, but you get me or Bonnie mad, and our fucking fingers.
Yeah.
We've been 3 a.m., me, Bonnie, and Jim, like,
oh yeah.
Yep. And then me and Bonnie on the side messaging, can you believe him? A million miles an hour.
Would you like some more wine,
yes,
Andy?
Please. But that's why I admire my husband, who's a man of very few words, because I know that people listen to him.
Yes, Michael was saying
Thank you.
that Glenn, he is quiet, but he's got a lot going on.
Yeah,
because Michael's really smart. He's an electrical engineer, and he's really smart. And when he meets people, he sizes them up,
right.
And he's like, that was at John Butera's thing. He talked to him, and he goes, Glenn is really smart. He's got a lot going on.
He's a lot of
He's a man of few words, but he has a lot going on.
But that's the thing, he's few words, so when he does speak up, people know, oh, maybe this guy who doesn't, like, meanwhile me, who's, like, talking shit about everything, you're like, oh, whatever, it gets drowned out.
Yes.
So, it's like you said, it's finding the limit between, oh, Mandy says fuck you to everything, so you can't believe her. or no, she stands her ground, and when she says "fuck you," she's done. You know, and you gotta.
Yes.
So it's hard because I do use a lot of like, you know, the one day me and Glenn were on Quarantine Life, and Ed Zrabinski, who refers to himself as, "Hey, it's the Pollock." I go, "Oh, the Pollock's here," and some guy on the thread's like, "Did you just say Pollock? Like, because that's not."
Well, I'm a Pollock, so you get a pass.
Well, I was making Jew jokes earlier.
Yeah,
but
because I'm a Jew, you get a Jew pass and a Pollock pass.
Thank you.
There you go.
But it was like one of those moments where, you know, the people are like, wait, you know, she's, you know, I seem so bigoted. Well, that's how my friend introduces himself. So when I see my friend on the thread, that's how I address him.
Yeah.
Where people don't know that's it's not PC,
all
Mandy.
All of a sudden, that's like, oh, she's a racist. She's this. She's that. That's BS. So, I forgot to say that, like, as an end thought of what happened with Michael and our first fight. Now
you just want to go back to the spanking.
Yeah. So
and
now,
how raw my ass was.
So now I try to do something 2 to 3 times a week to piss him off. I'll see him after this broadcast tonight. All right. Is it your turn or my turn?
Yeah, I'll do another one. Real quick, just that station wagon that we had that my sister made the muffler fall off of. I had gotten like a rocket ship from like a little plastic rocket ship from like McDonald's that I started using as a pen and like scraping up the plastic in the back. Like I would sit in the back and I started writing like little hearts and like my name. And like it was like a bunch of car rides before they noticed I was doing it. And my dad, he opened the back of it. I was probably like 5 or 6. He was like, "What the fuck?" Like what is going on there? Like nobody. Like, yeah, it was bad. I was scratching in the plastic.
Oh, that's like a kid and parent thing. Oh my god,
he was not happy.
That's what somebody was saying, like about kids, and kids are difficult. Hi, Brian Lee Yachts. He's saying right on. We usually have a picture that goes along with this, but we're having some technical difficulties, so we apologize to everybody. But apparently, because Joan Cooper Asher is saying Facebook is frozen, YouTube is frozen, Boxcast is fine.
Yeah, I told you.
But no, a lot of people are like me.
They're
not savvy with technology like you are. Like, I would have no idea how to get to Boxcast. I have no idea. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is, okay. Really about Michael, my new boyfriend. He's not a rule follower. And so when we get together, he's been doing a lot of things.
He does a lot when you get together.
Yes.
But one of the things.
We have 14 minutes left. Oh my God.
All right.
And Eileen McGregor, my school friend, is saying that we're frozen. But can you hear us at least?
Boxcast. That's all I can say. We're just going to have to repost it later as Boxcast and tag everyone that seems interested.
We're going to... She'll do that. Cause
I will do that.
I have no idea how to do that.
We got a couple minutes left. Go.
But Michael thinks he owns the North Shore. And so, like, he's very against rules, and he thinks that rules don't apply to him. And I'm like, I don't like to get in trouble. So a bunch of times, like, I brought my boys with me, and he and I and the boys would go out. And, like, one time then we went to the beach, and we were trespassing on other people, like a yacht club. We were trespassing across their lawn to get to, like, this beach area. And on the way there, they didn't say anything. But on the way back, the guy comes over to Michael, and he's like, "Do you know you're on private property?" Michael, like, shows his, like, license and his badge, like his PBD card or whatever, and he's trying to name drop, and the guy's, like, not having it. He's like, I'm not calling the cops this time, but, like, basically,
like, I don't want to see your face.
Don't come back. Don't come back.
And then your mug.
A bunch of different places on the North Shore that have been closed because of the quarantine. Michael keeps bringing us there, and I'm like, okay. So one time it was raining, and I said, I want to walk Josh and Brandon around. I have autistic boys. I want to walk them around.
Yeah. Any boys need to walk around.
And Michael had this great idea to go to IKEA parking garage and
Oh,
walk
yeah,
in
that's
there.
like fucking a
Because
million
it's
miles.
closed.
Yeah.
It's closed. So I'm like, okay. So we go there, and there's like a barricade up that stops you from the cars from going into the parking lot. I'm like, okay, we can't go here. He goes, well, that just stops the cars. That doesn't mean that people aren't allowed in there. I'm like, Michael, that means they don't want anyone in the parking
He's
garage.
like Lucille Ball. Fucking finds a hole, a loophole.
Oh, Ed is saying we missed his story. Scroll up. Okay, Ed, wait, let me look for your story.
Ed, but better be a good
Oh,
one.
all right, Ed, here we go. So Ed, when he was 15, he rode his bike to the Montgomery Ward store at the local mall with his best friend, and we stole an 8-track tape. That's telling you that you're in my age bracket. We got caught, but let go with a warning. Years later, I worked at the same store as a loss prevention specialist. So you got a job because you basically stole from them?
Job security, I love it.
Okay, Ed, I'm sorry. I'm with the Frozen thing. I'm a little out of sorts right now.
I know. We're,
Nancy's saying she. Oh, I said that already. I'm a little. Daniel Bove is watching. Hi, Daniel Bove. We are talking about times we got caught. John Alvaro, we mentioned you at the beginning of the broadcast. We're having some technical difficulties. I don't know if you're still with us, but I was saying you were originally supposed to be part of Three's Company. This is our 50th episode, so of course it's frozen, and no one can frickin' see us after we took our masks off, and we
hopefully we're frozen in a cute position. Hopefully I'm frozen pissing the night away.
All right, so Nancy Weems is saying she asked if she could go riding, and they thought horse riding, but it was motorcycle riding. So she was grounded for 2 weeks. Oh, Nancy.
Oh, well, Robin, speaking of riding, Robin wanted to go ride some boys. She went out and got
Oh!
She was at her grandparents' house, and snuck out to go get wasted and hang out with boys. She was like 12.
No!
Came home, got smacked across the room.
Oh my
by her
God.
mother. She said literally smacked across the room.
All right, so Felix has one. 14 military school, his room was caught talking after the lights out by the floor sergeant. They made us kneel on our broomsticks
And
with
sucked
our
their
knuckles
dicks.
to the ground, gripping it. We were in our underwear outside in cold weather, and our knuckles were pressed on concrete. And we did this for 2 hours. Felix, you're a fucking
I
saint.
know, are you sure you're not a Navy SEAL with that fucking training?
Felix, you and I are we've suffered, and we deserve frickin' medals.
It's a different level of elevation.
Yeah, Nancy Weems is saying, asked if. Oh, I read that. Sorry.
All
right. So Joan Kupriasha is talking about Jeff Bosey. He was humiliated on that show too. Yeah, that show. I'm gonna be quiet about that because I'm just talking about the end. I'm just talking about the end result with my boyfriend of how I got a bare bottom spanking because of that show. So I have to be very careful what I agree to do with in the future, what I agree to be on in the future.
Wow.
So, do you have a story?
Yeah, I do. In honor of Mother's Day,
Woo!
we were doing things our mother told us versus times you've gotten in trouble. And when I was a kid, I couldn't have been more than 10 years old. I heard Blink-182. The one lyric of their song says, "The state looks down on sodomy." And I'm sitting, and my little brother's 4 years younger than me, so I'm like 10, he's like 7, 6, whatever. And I take my headphones off and I look at my mom in the driver's seat. I said, "What's sodomy?"
Oh!
She goes, she gesture and all, she goes, "It's when they fuck you in the ass." And when she said, the scariest part of it was that she said they. It's like a gang raping sodomy. So that's how I learned what the word sodomy was.
So Ed is saying he thought happy hour in boot camp was bad. Felix is really giving us a great insight into how hard it is
you
to
need
be in
to
the
write
military.
a book. If you're bored, Felix, start writing some stories because you've clearly
Oh,
got
yeah.
a novel there.
Felix, you have a lot of stories that need to be heard.
And I want a recipe book when you put it out. Just send me one.
I want things to go back to normal. And I want to be on the show and eat the food that comes in.
I know. I want trucks to pull up, and we're gonna do by Halloween. You guys did a Halloween thing. Everyone's gonna be maskless on Halloween.
Speaking of that, Nancy Weems is congratulating us on our 50th show.
Thank you, Nancy Weems. Thank you. I got a gift from Bonnie.
Joseph Carletto, who's one of the owners of Governors, is telling on many different posts that that Governors has cleaned and scrubbed, and all three of their clubs are ready as far as cleanliness and sterilization. They have protocols in place, and they are just waiting for the green light, and everything will go back to the way, not exactly the way it was, but they are going to be open for business, and we are affiliated with Governors. We love Governors. We support Governors, and we support everything they do.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Even though the screen is frozen, if you can hear me, whatever that first show is, I'm going to be there.
Oh, I know. It's going to be like my arch nemesis. It's going to be like if somebody's not funny and my arch nemesis, and I'm going to go to that comedy show. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone is great. Governors puts out great people, and honestly, I really am going to go to like the first show. They're going to be like, there's going to be like 3 people are allowed, and me and Bonnie are going to be like, well, we're 2 of them, so like you're allowed to have 1 guest because.
I think that they're going to be turning people away because there are going to be so many people that want to come. And they have to distance.
Yeah, they're gonna have to stagger everybody.
I'm telling you, it's people are like, they're worried about what's going to be. If you don't give up, they don't give up. It's like that show. If you build it, they will come.
Yes, no,
it's just like that.
I believe it.
So Nancy is saying her son was a drill sergeant. Ooh, Nancy, maybe your son did something to Felix.
I know, probably.
I'm just joking. But I am out of stories as far as that's the only times I've gotten in trouble. So do you have any more stories?
Well, I have 2 more little funny things.
And we have 5 minutes left, and I'm so sorry that the screen froze everybody, because this would have been an amazing. Mandy and I took off our masks. We actually have makeup on. I haven't been wearing a bra or anything.
We look gorgeous, and you can't fucking see us. No, you can. It's on Boxcast. I will. I'll repost it. We'll reshare it. We will make sure you guys see the whole episode because this is 50 episodes. This is a really big deal. 2 quick little jokes that I had back to things that your mother told you that were wrong. Mm-hmm. My one aunt, Colleen, she used to tell my cousin Evan that the ice cream man was just the music man. That there was no ice cream being sold. She was like, oh, that's just the neighborhood music man. Because they're all, she's like, he's going to want it every time, so that's what she taught him. And then the other thing.
Liar, pants on fire.
My mother-in-law used to tell my husband that all the coin-operated ride-on machines, it's broken. That's broken. And whenever my husband, the little freaking, manager that he is, he's like, well, we'd be putting money into it if it was working. Like, why isn't it working? Like, why are these things always broken? Like, outraged. And she's like, I don't know. Like,
that's smart. She's trying to save money.
Yeah, she was just like, it's broken. It's done.
So thank you everybody for tuning into our 50th. We are going to whatever Mandy said, because it's technological, so I don't really understand it.
We're going to share on a different link because Facebook can't handle all our greatness on a Friday. It's not a Friday, on a Wednesday night. They can't. Tomorrow night, Bonnie and I, Dan Romano, Dan Romano, who's a complete fucking lunatic.
He's crazier than I am.
There's
not many people that I can say are crazier than me, but he's one of them.
He might be crazier than me and Bonnie combined, which is
It's very entertaining.
He's great. But we're going to celebrate his birthday with him. He has just a handful of comics to come through for a quarantine edition of a birthday roast. I know Darren Dillon and his wife are going to be there, so Bonnie's got some jokes. I've got some jokes. We're going to give Dan a hard time. He's a complete ball buster. He's like me and Bonnie, where he talks a lot of shit, but heart of gold. Like, really, when it comes down to it, I posted this week, guys, like, we have years, like, message me and Bonnie if something's going on in your life. Because, no joke, we will sit and talk to you and ask you how your day is doing. And that really is, like, we are people. Like, it's not just like, oh, watch us for an hour. Like, I'm straight up sending Taz every ridiculous video that I see over the week. Bruno sends, you know what I mean? Like, this is like a family organization. And we're only 50 episodes in, and we have such a strong little family here, guys. I'm so impressed with what we've done in just 50 episodes.
And we will be back in that governor's studio and having guests.
Oh my
and
God.
Tony will be back.
Oh my God.
And we will be back to doing what we did before this happened.
10 times over. We're going to be fucking unstoppable.
Yes. And we showed that we, kept going through this nightmare of what's going on. My dad's 91. I worry about him every day. But, I go in there. I stay 6 feet away from him. I drop off supplies to him. And, everybody has somebody that they're worried about.
Yeah.
And we're just doing the best that we can. That's all we can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We
Yeah.
have 2 minutes. Do you want to... last plug. 2 o'clock Friday on Facebook Live.
She says she can't juggle, but she can. She juggles 2 men. 3 if you count Michael.
I'm going to be, doing whatever I do with my boys. Whatever it is that you see, it is. Oh, and I'm really excited. I'm having a FaceTime lesson from Joe DeVito, which I'm really excited about.
Cool.
But I'm asking him half about comedy and half about ideas for podcasts.
Ooh.
Because he's been on thousands of podcasts.
Yeah.
He's like an expert. He's a comedic genius in a way. I'm going to pick his brain and try to come up with something that will make our podcast go like to the next level.
I love it. I love it.
Joe DeVito at 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I'm on Quarantine Live, 8 o'clock, Mandy's on Quarantine Live with Glenn.
So that's Friday at 2 and 8 o'clock. Catch Bonnie and I doing separate episodes. And tomorrow, Dan's show.
And tomorrow, Dan's show. Robert Soleil just tuned in.
Soleil!
Robert, we love you. We miss you. And we played you always come in at the end or not at all. But we're having technical difficulties, so we didn't get to, actually see you.
And
or whatever.
One last thing before we cut off, because this is going to cut us off. It's my dad's birthday. I would
Happy
not
birthday!
be here physically, and I would not have jokes if it were not for my dad. He's a fucking character. I don't even have to make anything up about him. I literally just repeat what goes on. So, thankfully, my dad is 58 today.
Happy birthday to
Happy birthday,
Daddy's
Dad!
dad!
You insane fuck you. Getting older by the day. But aren't we all?
We are getting older.
So.
The alternative is death.
Yes.
So
take your mask off and smile. But not in public. Be safe. Wash your hands. But we love you guys, and 50 episodes.
50 episodes.
50 more to come.
Yes.
Dude. Yeah. We love you guys. We really do. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye, everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Watch it on Boxcast.
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 Whatever that is, I don't know.